after I went shopping last week, I cannot wait to decorate my tiered tray. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. And if you saw that video where I did my shop with me and my haul, you saw that I bought some more peppermint themed items. So this is going to be a peppermint themed tiered tray. And I have to tell you, those girls, those little puppies I have been getting into all of my Christmas decorations. They've already destroyed what I did on my buffet in the dining room. So that's for a whole nother story, another day. But it has been a challenge decorating for Christmas this year, for sure, with those two little girls, which is why I decided not to put trees up this year in the first place. So I'm excited because something like my tiered tray, they're not gonna be able to get to. It's gonna be in here in the kitchen, in the corner. And I am gonna go ahead and I'm just going to set it up for you in the location where it's going to be, because I'm not gonna be able to move it. There's gonna be too many breakable things on it and it's round. So I'm not really gonna be able to move it into the spot, and I don't want to have to redo it again. So we're just going to do the whole thing together and get it set up. So I'm going to take you over there and let's get to it. This is the tiered tray that we're going to be decorating today in this corner of the kitchen. So you can see why I don't want to move it. I just want to leave it there. But these are some of the items that I have pulled for my tiered tray today. So a lot of these are what you saw in my last haul. And a couple, like I said, my girls tore apart the display that I had done in the dining room. So these were the candy cane, the glass ornaments that I had used in there. So I pulled those to use on this. I have a few little ornaments like this that I might throw in there, some Christmas trees, and just a lot of the items that I just bought in this latest haul that I did in my most recent video. And then these are some straws, which I think are so cute. So all of this to bring in the peppermint theme. And I wanted to bring in some greenery and then also my white boas to go along with what I have going on in this area where I did like my hot cocoa bar. So I haven't really shown you this. I'm actually still need to do something on the top of here. It's not exactly like I want it, but this gives you an idea. I hadn't showed you this side of it. So I wanted to go along with what I have going on in here. And you can see how I use the greenery and my boas. So I feel like that will just tie everything together. I really want to use the boa because I think it's going to bring in that snowy feel and just more of an elegant look. And I think I'm going to use a little bit of the greenery in here too, if I can figure out a way, because I just feel like it, like I said, I think it's gonna tie everything together. And I think these things are gonna make it look a little more elegant. And something else that I wanted to point out to you. So notice a couple of these items that I picked up, these glass ornaments. First of all, I think the fact that they're glass automatically makes them look a little bit elegant. But at the same time, the red on these is more of a brighter red, which I think takes down that elegant level a notch. But if you look at like these glass ornaments, the red in here is just a little bit deeper, and some of the items that I'm using has more of a deep red. And I think mixing those colors is what will help to give more of an elegant look, is mixing, you know, the textures, the colors. And I have a couple of items, I have a couple of items that are a little more cutesy that I'm planning to use, like this milk for Santa jar, but I'm not worried about it. I think ultimately this, when I start adding maybe a little bit of boa coming out of it, put a little bit of greenery in here, it will help elevate it and make it look a little dressier than what it is. But I still like the idea that, like, this says milk for Santa. It has my candy cane theme like I'm going for. It brings in all of my colors, and this is nostalgic for me. Like I told you about my dad and how he loved to like play Santa. He would always go, this is back when we had landlines, you know, and he would go on the phone and pretend to be Santa when we were little kids, even though there's a dial tone in the background. I guess we never figured it out, I don't know, but or we just played along. And sometimes we would be, you know, in our rooms at night, and he would come around to our window and he would like tap on the window and he would talk to us through the window pretending to be Santa, and it was just things like that. So this is very nostalgic for me. It reminds me of my dad. So even though I'm going for that elegant look, I still wanted to incorporate a few things like this in. And I think that's my advice to you when you're doing something like this, is have fun with it and pull in elements that have some type of meaning for you, because I think that will make it more fun, and that also helps make it a conversation piece. If you have company come over and they talk about it, you can talk to them about the different items you have and the meaning that those items have for you. That's how I like to decorate. I've talked about this before. Even though I might be using new items, they tend to still bring out some type of memory and some type of meaning for me. I kind of have an idea of how I want this to go. One of the things is, you know, wanting to vary heights on things. So I'm just gonna start by placing a few things in here. I have this Santa mug. Actually, let me show it to you closer up. This is so pretty, y'all. I found this at Home Goods last year. I have a set of 2 of these. I'm only gonna use this one this time, but I just love it. That goes with my whole nostalgic Santa idea that I was talking about with my dad. And it's my candy cane color. So I'm gonna use that on the bottom. And you just wanna kind of balance things out. So I know on the top, I want to use these little ramekins that I picked up the other day. I got a couple of paper towels here because I know I'm gonna use them for hiding things. I want the little Santa to show. I've already put 1 paper towel in there, but I don't feel like it was showing enough. So I'm just folding another paper towel that I'm gonna stick in here to help get a little bit of height, mainly just because I want the Santa face to show a little bit. So I'm thinking I can come over here and put that in. I'm gonna fix that so it balances out. But you see, I just want the heights to kind of balance from here down, and I'm gonna end up putting some things in this ramekin. So I'm just gonna fix this and I'll be right back. So on the other side, I want to use this little picture that I picked up the other day at the local store that we have in town, House of Mosley. I thought this was so cute. I couldn't pass it up, and it's gonna be perfect. I wanna put it on this side, but I want it to have some height. So I'm using this. I would like to turn it this way, but it doesn't fit. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use it this way. And I'm just gonna set this up here. But before I start putting stuff in here, because I am going to do that, I am gonna need something in the back. So I picked up these Christmas trees, or I got these Christmas trees out of my stash, and I'm just gonna set these back here. And I'm just putting one kind of on the edge of my tray, and the other one's on the tray, so it kind of gives a little varying height there. I'll see how that looks once I get everything in. Now, at some point, like I said, I'm gonna be coming in with my boa and my greenery, but for now, I just wanna put the things in here and see how it's gonna look in the back, and then I will start working my way back down. I just wanted to see this balance of my heaviest item down below with what I'm gonna end up putting over here. So I think that'll help give me a feel of where I need to go with everything on my tray. All right, so I'm going to see what I wanna put in here. I'm thinking I might wanna put like a candy cane, and I like the lollipop. So I was thinking that maybe I could set these in here, something like this. I definitely want that to show. And then I need to put something in here. So I was thinking this might be a good place to put my little snowman, but I don't want him to sit that low. So I'm gonna go ahead and fold up another paper towel, and then we'll put the snowman in the ramekin. And while I'm doing this, I would like to know, the last couple of videos I've been making like this primarily because it's faster for me to get them out to you, but I'm curious to know if you like this style of video where I talk while I'm doing it, or do you prefer the other videos where I either do a voiceover or like I talk, then I do some with the music, and then I talk. Like, let me know what style you prefer the most. For Vlogmas, I'm probably gonna keep doing them like this just because, like I said, it's a lot faster for me to edit these and I can get more out to you that way. But for the new year, when I start in January, I just would like to know what style you like the best, and I'll work on trying to do that for you. Got one of these white picks that I had cut apart the other day for the dining room, and I'm thinking that might look good in here just to help add a little more height to this. Uh-oh. See, that's why you gotta be careful. I don't want anything to break. So I wanna be really careful with this, but I wanna talk to you at the same time. I want to cut off a little piece of my boa. I decided that what I'm gonna do with the boa is, instead of just using the whole thing like in the bottom, I'm just gonna cut pieces off and stick them different places and still get the effect, but without having to worry about it on the bottom. So what I wanna do with this piece is, I think I just wanna stick it in here and make it feel a little bit snowy there. Some of it falls off. It's kind of messy to work with, but I'm not worried about that. And I'm gonna try using one of these. I like the red, the shiny red of these bulbs with a little bit of greenery. So I'm gonna see how it looks to maybe try to stick this in here too. And that's the thing, you know, like I said, you just gotta play and see what you like, what works. I think that kind of covers that up a little bit, but I do like the red there. I'm gonna take it out for now, and we're gonna keep working, and then I might come back to that. So for now, I'm gonna come back to the bottom, and I think I'm gonna put this in the back because I don't think it'll fit anywhere else, and I know I'm gonna need something to fill in the back. That will also help with the fact that I don't want this to look so cutesy. So by putting it in the back, I think it'll help with that. And I have this green bowl. So I think I'm gonna stick this right here and put something in there. So let me see what I want to put in there. I'm not sure. So first of all, I think I will cut a little bit of boa, and I'll probably put a little bit of this in here, maybe kind of coming out a little bit. Maybe do 2 little pieces. Like I said, this is extremely messy when you cut it, but I just think having that snowy white feel is gonna ultimately help. Oh, I know what I can do. So I thought this was so cute. I bought this at Hobby Lobby, and of course I had to get it for my girls. So I think I can stick this in here, and that would be really cute. So I'm gonna figure out what else maybe to put in there. And, oh, I know. I have this mini from the other day. This is the one with the Santa pants. So something like that might look really cute. So I have him coming out of the chimney. So we'll see, like, once we get going, even how much you actually see back there, but I kind of like that. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and cut a little piece of this greenery. I'm trying to cut it with scissors. I probably need to go get my wire cutters. Yeah, I'm gonna need to get my wire cutters for this, but I'm gonna cut off a piece and put that in there too, and just bring in some of this sparkly greenery. And of course I'm using the eucalyptus in other places too, so I think that'll look good. Where are you with your Christmas decorating? Have you finished decorating yet? Are you still decorating? I'm curious to know where you are. I feel like I am so far behind, but you know, it is what it is. On second thought with this, I think what I'm gonna do is try putting some greenery in here. Just a little bit of this, because I think that's gonna show up even better than the straw will. So I'm gonna put this in there and we'll see how this looks when I put it back here. That's the thing, is I just don't have that much room, but I still wanted something back there. I don't think it's gonna work, so I'm just gonna put the jar back and leave it at that. So I don't know how y'all do, but that's just how it is. I say this all the time. You just gotta play with stuff and try. I wanted this to work, but I just don't think it's going to. Maybe there'll be somewhere else I can put it, but probably not. And that's okay, we'll figure it out. All right, so I'm gonna come back to the top and see. I think I'm gonna push that back a little bit. I wanna use this other lollipop, but I don't wanna put it down here. I guess I could do it here, but I don't want that to mess up the Santa face. So I think I'm gonna try putting it right here. I need something to hold it in place. So for right now, I'm just gonna put the Christmas tree right there. Ooh. All right, I keep saying, I'm trying to be really careful with all of this glass, but I want this snowman again to balance. So I think I'm gonna put this right here. And what I'm wanting is that I kind of want this jolly and to kind of have that lollipop right there. I just like the way it just kind of comes down. You can see. But I am gonna cut some boa and maybe a little bit of greenery, because I think it'll look good to just have some sticking out back here and maybe in front. But it's pretty easy to work with when you cut it in pieces like this, because you can just put it around wherever you want and you don't have to make too big of a deal with it. And you can easily get it where you want it. And I just want to stick it in different places so that it gives me the feel of, you know, being in there, but I don't want to cover everything. Okay, I know I'm going to be able to get this. I might need to go get my ticky tack so it doesn't do that. But I'm just trying to get things where I want it right now and see how I want it. Oh, nearly gives me a heart attack, sorry. They're pretty sturdy, so I'm glad it didn't break. All right, I digress. I'm gonna get back to this. Okay, so I think I'm liking what I have here. I definitely am gonna wanna put some of the berries in too. So I like that this has the green on it, but I'm okay to maybe cover that up a little bit to put some berries in there. We'll see. And then maybe like a present coming off the front like that. I don't know, I might put a little boa under this Frosty, the snowman, just to raise him up a little bit. Let's see how that looks. Mainly just to raise him up. I don't know if I can get him steady there. And yeah, kind of like that. So then I just thought it would be cute to put a little bit of these minis like falling out the front like this. I really do want to get this lollipop in here. So I think I'll be able to get it to stay. And then maybe some more of the berries. Yeah, I don't want to cover that up. So I'm not sure if I'll be able to get some of the berries maybe in the center here without covering things up too much. I don't like that greenery. All right, I'm gonna play with this for a little bit and I'm gonna come back and show you what I end up with because I don't wanna take up too much of your time with me just playing around. So I'm gonna work on the top part and then we'll come back and finish the bottom. Mostly have the top done. I think I may end up adding in a couple of things, like maybe a few of these ornaments in a little bit, maybe some more berries. I'll see, but I wanna move on down to the bottom. And I have this ornament that I found at Hobby Lobby this year. I really like it. And of course it has that candy cane theme. So I was thinking I could just set this up right here. And I like these ornaments. A lot of them, like this boot actually stands up. So I told y'all, I always like to use ornaments like this, you know, even when you wouldn't think about it in these types of applications. And like my little Frosties, the snowmen are actually salt and pepper shakers. Those are always good to use for things like this because they're just the right size that you would need. So I'm just cutting some of my boa because I think these next things that I'm wanting to do, I want to set it on that. And I'm kind of wanting it to come over a little bit. Like actually I might I'll cut a smaller piece in a minute because I think I want to put a little piece under this white present just to kind of have things come over. I want it to cover up the black just a little bit. I'm definitely gonna have to get my ticky tack for that, but I'm gonna leave it for now. I just want it to come over just a little bit and like I said, give it that really snowy feel. Cover up the black a tiny bit, but I still want to be able to see the items that are on the tray. So I kind of just like that, the way it comes over. It gives it that really, to me, that like organic feel. Okay, so for now I'm just going to do that and we will put a little more on the bottom because I have an idea of what I want to do here. But I'm going to go ahead and just put some around the edges to cover this up. What I'm wanting to do, I think, is take these two ornaments and I think that'll fill this space up. And I was thinking that maybe I could just, I might need to move this a little bit, like more like that. And I just kind of wanted these to be kind of organic, like laying on top of each other. And that gives me a couple spots where I think I can put in my red berries, maybe a little more greenery of the eucalyptus. So maybe something just like that. I don't know how I like that, but I kind of do, but I might prefer the greenery there. Let's see how this looks. I don't want to cover the Santa up too much, but I do like kind of bringing in those berries, but the eucalyptus might look better. Let me see how this looks. It might look better just to put a little bit of that eucalyptus. I don't think it has as heavy of a feel, and I think it's good to bring in a little more greenery into this because like I said, I'm using greenery in other parts of my decor. So I don't know. That's the thing with these. I say this all the time, but you just have to play, figure out, you know, what you really want, what looks the best. I'm trying to see what I could put right there. Maybe some of these ornaments. Oh, I have another Christmas tree. I'm not sure. I can't put it right there. That will cover it up. But I might be able to put it somewhere. And I have the sleigh. So I don't know where to put that, but I definitely want to put the sleigh somewhere. I just want to make sure that I get it somewhere where it's not covering other things up. Maybe, I don't know how that would look. Yeah, maybe like that. I don't know. See, that's the thing with tiered trays. People like to get them, you know, you want it to be full, but at the same time, you don't want it to be too busy so you can't enjoy what's actually there. So trying to find that balance sometimes is a little bit difficult. All right, I'm gonna finish this up and I will come back and show you the final result. Here's the final version of my tiered tray. I like how it turned out. I do think it looks more on the elegant side, which is definitely what I was going for. It has cutesy elements in it, but I definitely think the boa and the greenery help make it look more elegant, and also the use of the berries. So I think it is definitely possible to take a theme that typically is cutesy and make it more elegant. And for my final touch, I pulled these mugs. This is what I've been drinking my matcha from every morning. So this is gonna be useful as well as decorative. And I thought I just wanted to have something on each side. And I love these mugs because they're dual-sided. So I can actually turn the handle on this side and have it say joy and Noel. And even though these are not exactly peppermint themed, they totally go with it. And I love that they bring in those words with the meaning of Christmas in it, because we all know what Christmas is really all about. And to me, just having the words joy and Noel makes me think of, you know, the birth of Christ, which is the whole reason for the season. And so I am loving this. I like the way it turned out. I could put a boa at the bottom and all, but I'm not sure honestly that I want that in the kitchen. If it was somewhere else, I probably would, but since I use this counter space area, I may just put something right around the base, but I don't want a lot of something like that coming out. So I may just leave it, who knows, we'll see. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and as you can see, I am not by any means the queen of tiered trays. I am still working on my skills when it comes to decorating with tiered trays. You definitely saw that as we were going through this. This is not the most perfect video out there, but I hope you still enjoyed it. I hope maybe you got some ideas, and I hope you're gonna stick with me for the rest of Vlogmas because I am having so much fun. I still have so much decorating to do, and I'm hoping to bring you a couple more, you know, just fun videos that are not just me decorating, but other Christmas things. But we'll see how it goes, because right now my main priority is definitely decorating. I appreciate you watching so much. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button and your bell notifications, and I will catch you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you more than you know. Bye.
Jingle bell, a sound that's oh so dear. Frosty the snowman is all around town. Watch out for reindeers are falling down. We stay up waiting for Santa tonight. He climbs down the chimney at the speed of light.